Hello there, 9th graders, algebra students. As you can see, I won't be there today, but this is Mr. Kashi bringing you your lesson here anyway. So hopefully this lesson is actually going to go pretty fast. So if you need to stop it and pause it to jot down some notes, make sure that you raise your hand and the sub will pause it for you. As of right now, hopefully attendance has been taken. We're going to move on to 9-1 notes real quick, and you are going to have a worksheet for your assignment. Okay. Class objective is by the end of class, you will be able to classify polynomials by its degree and the number of terms it has. So we're going to revert back to that a little bit later. So key points, notes, you should have a printout of this as well. Our first key point today is going to go straight into a vocab. It's called a monomial. Okay. Monomial is an expression that is a number a variable or a product of the two. Okay, some examples. Some examples are just like 12. Just a number would be considered a monomial. Just one variable, y, that would be a monomial. Okay, 3x, that would be a monomial. And something also that we're going to talk about, something you could have multiple variables there. That would be a monomial. Everything put into one. Okay, so just one. We've talked about it as a term. This would be the full equation, would just be the number, the variable, or a product of the two. So moving on, we are going to go rather fast, so please pause the video if you ever need more time. This is degree. We're going to talk about the degree of a monomial. Okay, the degree of a monomial is the sum of the exponents. Of the variables, obviously. Okay, so if we had something like some examples here, if we had 5x, the degree there would be, just be 1. Okay, if we had just a number, some constant like 3, the degree is 0. And something like this, 7xy squared, that would be a degree of 3. Because we have 2 y's, and technically, remember, when you have a variable by itself, technically there's a 1 in the exponent. So if you have to have the sum of the exponents, that would be a degree 3 monomial. Okay? One more on this page. We're going to have polynomial. Okay, so hopefully you can understand that monomial means one, poly means many. Okay, so a polynomial means that we're going to have more than one monomial. So the true definition would be the sum or difference of two or more monomials. The sum or difference of two or more monomials. Okay, so that would be something like this. Okay, we'd have like 3x squared plus 4x plus 2, or something like negative 5x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus 6. Okay, that would be another polynomial. Okay, so obviously it's just not just one term, there's multiple terms. Okay, and obviously these different terms have different degrees. So like you would have 3x squared. Well, that term itself would have a degree of 2. The 4x would have a degree of 1. The 2 would have a degree of 0. You could talk about the degrees of each term as well. But we're going to move on and talk a little bit more about polynomials, and go on to that next portion there. And we're going to talk about the standard form. So standard form of a polynomial. Okay, standard form. And the only thing that you need to know about the standard form is the degrees decrease going from left to right. So the degree of the terms decrease going from left to right. Okay, they decrease going from left to right, and you saw that before. Okay, but in our previous example, but I just want to show you kind of the difference between those two. So we have something like 4x plus 5x cubed minus 3. Okay, that is not in standard form, because obviously with 5x cubed, that is degree 3. That is the highest degree of all the terms in that expression, and so that technically needs to go first. So how we would write that is then 5x cubed plus 4x minus 3. That is in standard form. Okay, because we went x cubed, then to the single x, and then to the constant. Okay, so you want to be in decreasing order going from left to right. Once again, if you need to pause this at all to take more notes or finish taking notes, please go ahead, but I do have to move on. Okay, last note before we get to an example is the degree of a polynomial. Okay, the degree of a polynomial. So a polynomial is really the degree of the highest term there. Okay, so the degree of the monomial with the greatest exponent. Okay, so an example or two would be something like we have 4x cubed plus 2x squared minus 9x plus 3. That's a long expression, but today all we're talking about is the polynomial degree. Okay, so the polynomial degree, it's just the highest one. Okay, so since the first term is to the third power, the degree is 3. Okay, so if it's written in standard form, it's always going to be that first term. Okay, so the highest exponent is the degree of that whole polynomial, and usually it's going to be written first if it is written in standard form. So another one would be x squared plus 4x plus 16. Okay, well, polynomial degree is just the biggest one there, and that biggest exponent in this case is 2. So the polynomial degree would be 2. It's just that what we call the leading exponent. The leading exponent is the biggest. That is the degree of the whole polynomial. Okay, pause it if you still need to do that. Okay, but then you can flip your sheet over. There should be a table there. Okay, we have polynomial. We're going to talk about what the degree is, what the name of that degree is, the number of terms it has, and the name dealing with that term. So this first one, 7x plus 4, that's an expression that I hope you've seen something like that before. Okay, that would be degree 1 because technically this x has a 1 up there. Okay, and we call that a linear expression. Okay, hopefully you guys remember that from linear algebra last year. Number of terms, well, there's 7x, that's one term, and then the 4, so there's 2 terms. And so what we call that is we call that a binomial. So this would be called a linear binomial expression. Okay, on to this next one here. We have 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, when you have x squared, okay, obviously that is a degree of 2, and any polynomial that has a degree of 2 we call a quadratic. Okay, that's a quadratic. And how many terms? Well, we have 3x squared, that's 1. 2x, that's a second term, and then the constant of 1, that's 3 terms. So that's a number of 3. And we have what we call a trinomial. Trinomial. Most of the problems that you're going to be seeing in this class are going to be at the most a trinomial. Okay. This next one here, we have 4x cubed. 4x cubed. So obviously with the degree is going to be 3. Okay, and we call that a cubic. Okay, you've seen that before. That's a cubic polynomial. How many terms there are? Well, it's just the 4x cubed, so that's just 1, and that's a monomial, like we had talked about before. Okay, so mono is 1. Then we have binomial, bi is 2. Trinomial, tri is 3. Okay. Then we have this last one, or nope, sorry, we got 2 more. This degree would be 4. Okay, and after cubic we don't really have any, we just say what degree it is, and that would be the 4th degree. Okay, so anything past that you'd say 5th degree, 6th degree, whatever it is. After cubic we just say the number. Okay, there are 2 terms there. 2 terms, so that would be another binomial. Okay, and last one here, we have a constant of polynomial. Okay, the polynomial degree would actually be 0. There are no variables there, so technically you would have a x to the 0 there, but we don't want to write that. That doesn't mean anything because anything to the 0 is 1. Okay, we would call this a constant. Okay, never changes. 5 is always going to be 5. Okay, and the number of terms is 1, so that's another monomial. Okay. Once again, go ahead and pause it if you need more time to fill that in, but I do have to move on to our last example. Okay, here we would have something like write each in standard form. Then name. Okay. And we would have something like this. We'd have 5 minus 2x. Okay, well, that's not in standard form. Okay, remember this negative goes with the 2, so we would rewrite that as negative 2x plus 5. And because we just have a single x there, we would say that's linear. And there are 2 terms there, so that's a binomial. You've probably seen that more often than not. Linear binomials, you've had a lot of practice with that. Now we're just given a name to it. Okay, another example here in blue would be something like 3x to the 4th minus 4 plus 2x to the 3rd minus x to the 4th. So here we would have to combine like terms. So here we'd have 3x to the 4th there, and we have to subtract off that x to the 4th. So really we would have 2x to the 4th, because we had 3 over here, and only when we're taking one of them off. Okay, then we have to put this x cubed, so this plus 2x cubed, that's next, because it's the next smallest degree. Then we have the minus 4. Okay, and so that would be what we would call a 4th degree. And since there's 3 terms, we call that a trinomial. Trinomial. Okay, that is the last example that I wanted to go through. You should have a worksheet for work time. Please use your time wisely on that. Obviously, rewind if you need any refreshers or to retake any notes, and hopefully this helps. Have a good rest of the day.